I have always struggled with my emotions and depression and never really realizing that I am depressed or I am struggling. And so the easiest way for me to deal with those was to drink. And I relied heavily on alcohol to help numb my pain, numb my feelings, and just to really help me go through the motions of life. I was leaving work and we were taking shots behind the bar. I felt okay to drive. While I was on I-25, looked down at my phone that was in my lap. By the time that I looked up, the car in front of me had stopped. I just hopped over to the left lane and ended up overcorrecting, and I went too far and I slammed into the guardrail and flipped my car 5 times. After the accident happened, I remember them using the jaws of life to get me out. And then it wasn't until I got into the ambulance that I really knew I was paralyzed. When I left the hospital after the accident, after being in ICU, I was there for about 2 weeks. I went to Craig Hospital and I was there for 3 months working on my rehab. The worst pain is the nerve pain. So I would take an extremely high dose of Lyrica. I was absolutely terrified that if I continued to take opioids, I would rely on them. I was very lost. It was around my second month at Craig, I started receiving services from the Chanda Center for Health. They came in and provided acupuncture for me. It just felt so relaxing and it made me feel a lot more calm. And that really kind of sparked my interest because I didn't realize how many benefits came with receiving acupuncture. After my first appointment with the acupuncturist, she made sure to let me know about the Chanda Center for Health, where they're located, what they provide. And eventually, once I had the time, I made my way down to Chanda Center for Health. The first time that I was here, they asked me, what is your number one thing you want to work on? I said, I really want to cut down on pain medication. We immediately started addressing that with massage and acupuncture. And I really started to see that I was able to go from an extremely high dose of Lyrica down to one of the lowest doses of gabapentin that I can be on. And the majority of that is because of the services I receive here. Finding an alternative to drugs has just made me feel so passionate about the Chanda Center for Health and what they do to help people who are like me, who can't take an opioid, or even for those people who maybe don't have an addiction issue. I just think it's such a great alternative. It's its own kind of medication. Chanda Center for Health made sure that I had all the resources available. I was looking for an apartment and Chanda Center was sending me emails weekly, just letting me know of stuff that's available, and helped me find transportation, and then helped with speeding along my application process for home health care. And it gave me a lot of hope that I can do this on my own and I don't have to rely on my family or friends or everyone around me to get me to point A to B or where I was going to live and go on from there. I wouldn't be able to receive the chiropractic, massage, acupuncture, all these things that are available if it wasn't for the funding that is provided to the Chanda Center. It's not out of pocket, and I'm not stressing every week of how I'm going to pay another bill. The Chanda Center for Health deserves and needs these donations and grants because there's just so many positives that come from it that we need the funding because this life is hard and full of a lot of roadblocks, and because of the Chanda Center, it really helps kind of guide you through all of those roadblocks that can be in the way. The Chanda Center has just helped me gain my independence and to feel comfortable and confident in my day-to-day life and activities that I can do this. And I can do it with no crutches that I used to rely on so heavily in the past. That alone is such a blessing. The Chanda Center has truly helped me to get to where I am today.